Hi there, I'm Chris Saxon, the SQL Wizard, and today we're going to take a SQL look at a classic magic trick, the cup and balls trick. I'm going to insert rows into one table and they're going to magically move into another. Let's get started. I have here 3 coloured tables, or cups, which are currently empty. What I'm going to do is insert into these different coloured balls, or rows. Now, before we get started, to show there's nothing up my sleeve, we can see there's no triggers on these tables. Now, each of these balls has an affinity to the cup in the same colour. So if we insert the green ball in the green cup, there it is. Red ball into the red cup, it's in the red cup. And the blue ball into the blue cup, again, there it is. Now at this point, you may well be saying, duh. Let's wipe them all out and start again. We've deleted, delete from the red cup, and delete from the green cup. Let's just check. We can see that they're all empty again. Now this time, we're going to insert the red ball into the green cup. We do that, and we find the green cup's empty. The ball has jumped over to the red cup. Let's have a look and put the blue ball into the red cup. We find that we still only got the red ball in the red cup, and the blue ball has jumped all the way over to the blue cup. Let's start again. Delete, delete, delete. So everything's empty again. Now this time, we're going to insert the blue and the red balls in the green cup. Do that, we find green cup still empty. However, in the red cup, we got the red ball, and in the blue cup, we've got the blue ball. Pretty neat. Let's take the blue ball out of the blue cup. See, it's empty. And we put the green and blue balls back in the blue cup. Do that, and we find the blue ball stays in the blue cup. The red ball is still just in the red cup. And in the green cup, we've got the green ball. Let's start again. Delete, delete, delete. So now we have all cups are empty again. There we go. This time we're going to insert into the red cup. And the red cup is a bit special. We're going to put all 3 of them in. Do that, 3 rows inserted. And we look, there's nothing in the green cup. And there's nothing in the blue cup. And when we look in the red cup, we find all the colours of the rainbow. Cool! I managed to move rows from one table into another without any triggers in sight. How did I do it? Let's take a look behind the curtain. Let's take a look at the schema browser. We expand the tables, we can see that, there's just one table in here, just a cups table. Where are the red, green and blue cups? Well, these are in fact views, as we can see by expanding here. Let's bring up the blue cup. We take a look at it, and you can see from the definition of it that it selects all the rows out of the cups table where the text includes blue. This means that when we query it, no matter what's in that underlying cups table, we only get the blue rows returned. Querying the cups table, we can see we've got red, green and blue balls in there at the moment. However, when we query the blue cup view, it only returns as the blue ball because it's the only one that matches the where clause. However, a quirk of views mean that we can insert rows into them that don't actually match the where clause. So if we stick a blue and a green row into the blue cup and run those, we can see both are inserted. Querying the cups table, we can see they've gone into the base table. However, when we query the blue cup back again, only the blue one is returned. We don't get the green one because it doesn't match the where clause. And this is how we made the rows seemingly vanish. Using views to restrict access to subsets of your data is a really useful tool. However, inserting rows into them which then just disappear is the kind of magic you don't want when developing your applications. Fortunately, we can make some small modifications to these views so that instead of the rows vanishing, they throw an error instead. Let's take a look. To stop the rows disappearing, we can change our view definition. By adding this with check option, it means we can't insert rows that don't match the where clause. So if we compile that for our blue cup, we find we can still insert blue rows. However, when we try and insert a green row, we find we've got an exception. This is because green isn't like blue, and so we've disallowed it. That was the SQL take on the classic cup and balls magic trick. We saw how inserting rows into a view that don't match the where clause means you can't select them back out again. This is the kind of behaviour which can lead to spurious bug reports and a lot of head scratching amongst developers and your users. To avoid this, just add the with check option to your views so you actually get an error instead. However, I haven't yet explained where all those multicoloured balls came from. To find out, stay tuned for the Cup and Balls Behind the Curtain episode. I'm Chris Saxon, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Saxon, the SQL Wizard. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to get future updates on more SQL magic. I'll see you next time.